Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Reddit Lurkin, and today we're going to be on the same thread as yesterday. We have 3 stories today, they're all relatively short, and we'll do the same thing as yesterday. Read them, think of our own verdict, and then read some of the comments. The verdict is at the top, but I kind of like to put my own thought into it. Yesterday they were both right, but we'll see. So let's get into it. Starting with, am I the asshole for not letting my boyfriend come on vacation with me because he's a picky eater? My boyfriend has tons of food restrictions and is picky in general. He basically can only eat chicken fingers, grilled cheese, mac and cheese, and pad thai. I've never seen him eat a vegetable. We just started dating a few months ago, and I love him. But I eat everything and am very laid back. I know I will have to plan my entire day around finding food he can eat, on top of listening to him complain that things aren't the same. Even if a restaurant does have chicken fingers or mac and cheese, it won't be the same as what we get at home, and I just don't want to hear about it while I'm on vacation. Am I the asshole? I feel bad. Edit. I am breaking up with him after seeing a glimpse into my future via your responses. I realized I cannot do this and will eventually wreck us. Thank you. So before we look at comments, it sounds like you're dating, like, that's not a man. You're dating like a teenager or a child, because, like, don't get me wrong, it's fine to have foods you don't like. I'm not a fan of mushrooms. I like the taste of onion, but I'm not a fan of them as a whole. Like, eating them whole, I like onion rings, but I don't like slivers of onion, you know what I mean? But, like, if you're limited to chicken tenders and mac and cheese, like, come on, man. Yeah, no, you're not the asshole. That would be such a pain. Like, especially after planning something like this, and, like, these things cost a lot of money. So to then have to spend the entire time working around things, and if he's just gonna sit there and complain because it's not like the stuff at home, you're never going to be able to do anything with this guy. So no, you're not the asshole. Let's see. Let's just read top comment here. Not the asshole. I told myself never again with the picky eaters after dating a chicken finger man. Somehow it will always be you who is expected to plan the meals too. I understand not liking some things, but unless it's a medical allergies, there's a point where this is just stuck up and annoying as a fully grown man. Exactly what I was saying, yeah. LMAO, honestly, the level of irritation I am experiencing when people on here suggest I should just let him come and listen to these complaints are really making me realize I need to end things. I'm not bothered by it now, but low-key, I think I would be embarrassed if other people knew he could only eat chicken fingies and chalky milk. And the thought of taking him to an event or a dinner with my friends and family and having him eat like a toddler makes me already experience secondhand embarrassment. He literally cannot even eat at nice street tacos, only Taco Bell. Yeah, no, I think you definitely dodged a bullet and did the right thing by getting out of there. So yeah, I mean, that was, like I said, these ones are short. So for that first one, yeah, not the asshole. Second story. Am I the asshole if my boyfriend made a meal and asked me how it was and I said fine? Everybody's tastes are different. Apparently we have like a food thing going today. So my boyfriend made chicken breast with some white rice, a salad with garlic, and we had some pickles and beetroot on the side from jars. And we sit down and he says, "How is it?" And I said fine, there's nothing special. Nothing tastes as it should. Or everything tastes as it should. And he got up and said he added extra garlic and in the lettuce and soy sauce in the breast. We both said we couldn't taste that, and I said I am not used to making comments about food like he is in his family. When we eat with his mother, everyone has to say something along the lines of how delicious, this is so tasty, yum, at every meal. And in my family, we probably find that behavior a bit fake. We just sit down and talk about other things, and if there was something new in the food, then that would be a normal question to ask how it was. So he got really upset because I should have just said, it's great or it's good, instead of it's normal and not very enthusiastic. It's fine, everything tastes as it should. And he proceeded to pick his plate up and left to eat in the office. I keep clicking that on accident. I don't feel like partaking in a family tradition I don't feel is natural. I feel like I am forced to say something I don't care about or don't believe in. It's chicken breast and white rice. I mean, am I the asshole for not making a bigger deal out of a simple meal? Is he overreacting, or should I just be fake and oblige and say it's really tasty? Every single... Yeah. So... Okay. This one I feel is more of a gray area. Because, yeah, it might not taste great to you. Or it might, like you said, be fine. And it's just nothing special, as you said. But in the same token, it sounds like he put a decent amount of work into it. Like, he built a whole salad on the side. I don't really think it's important to add that pickles and beetroot are on the side, like from jars. Because, I mean, really, yes, there's people who grow and do it all themselves, but that's not everyone. And a lot of ingredients that we do use is pre-packaged. So that feels silly. Like, I don't think he raised the chicken and, butchered it himself. I don't think he grew the rice, So to point out that those ingredients are from jars is a little... feels like you're trying to put a hat on top of a hat here. Like one of those things we talked about where it's saying what you need to try and get people behind you. And that just seems unnecessary to me. And like, honestly, it comes down to supporting your partner. And you could say it's good. Like, you said it's fine. But it also comes down to tone. We weren't there when she heard it. Or when she said it. Or he. I don't know, man. I think it's more of a respect thing. Like, just be nice. And this doesn't seem very nice. Everything tastes as it should. But like, he tried to tell you what he did different. If anything, you could be like, oh, maybe next time let's try this. Or what if there was a little more of that, Not just straight up like, it tastes as it should. Because that feels a little disrespectful to me. So yeah. There's a part of me that wants to say asshole. Let's see what the comments say. Oh, let's break this down differently. I'll be making some assumptions because there isn't a ton of context. That's what I was saying. Boyfriend goes out of his way to make a nice dinner. Acts excited about doing something nice. Girlfriend acts like not only is it not special, but it isn't very good. Boyfriend feels embarrassed and deflated. Acts hurt. Girlfriend thinks it's dumb to treat people nicely when they do something nice. Either this isn't a match that you understand each other at all, or you need to be nicer. Or both. If my husband makes a meal, it's either now, new, or from scratch. I tell him thank you and that it's really good, unless it isn't good, and I'll be honest, and that's really rare. It's the least you can do for someone who spent time trying to do a nice meal. Yeah. He and his family are used to words of affirmation as ways to show love. You don't have to use flowery language, but you could have said, "It's good, babe. Thanks for making dinner." What you said was deliberate snub, and that's why you're the asshole. Yeah. I mean, it's very unanimous throughout these comments. Yeah. So I agree. Like, okay, or not. He went out of his way to do something nice, and you kind of just shut him down for it. Then that I don't like that. All right. So we have one not the asshole, one asshole, and one more story. Again, kind of a short one, but am I the asshole for refusing to speak to my brother's fiance after revealing her parenting methods? Alright. My brother Tom, 34 male, recently got engaged to Melissa, 32 female, who has a 6-year-old son. Dylan changed the names, of course. Last weekend, I, 29 female, was babysitting Dylan while they were out to dinner. Dylan was playing with some toys when he accidentally broke a glass figurine. He immediately started crying and said, "Please don't tell my mom. She'll give me the quiet give me the quiet time." I asked, "What quiet time?" And Dylan explained that when he misbehaves, Melissa makes him kneel facing a wall for an hour, sometimes longer if he cries or moves. If he speaks, she adds more time. This shocked me, but I kept calm. Ouch. Where is it? I kept calm and told him accidents happen. When Tom and Melissa returned, I told Tom privately what Dylan had shared. Tom defended her, saying, I don't understand parenting and that Dylan is dramatic. He claimed it's just timeout and I'm overreacting. I later confronted Melissa directly, telling her I thought quiet time punishment was excessive and potentially abusive. She completely flipped out, saying I had no right to question her parenting when I don't have kids. She accused me of trying to sabotage their relationship and twisting a child's words. Now my entire family's divided. My parents think I should apologize for overstepping, while my sister agrees with me that the punishment sounds problematic. Tom is demanding I apologize to Melissa before their wedding. I refuse to apologize for speaking up about something that seems wrong to me. Making a child kneel silently for extended periods doesn't seem like appropriate discipline, but now I'm uninvited from their wedding and causing family drama. Am I the asshole for refusing to let this go and apologize? This is kind of tough. It doesn't say how old Dylan is. Oh, yeah, it does. 6 years old. Okay. So, to put a 6-year-old in a corner for an hour, possibly more if he's crying. And if you've ever raised kids or been around kids, they get in trouble, first thing they do is cry. So if that's the case, it's almost guaranteed more than that. And an hour for a 6-year-old is just crazy to me. Because that's not even the part they dispute. The part they dispute is that they think it's justified. I don't think OP is an asshole. I think she did right in bringing light to it. And I understand, like, discipline and, like, there's a way to teach them. But an hour is crazy to me. I don't know. I think, because I've had to do timeout before. Like, I have nieces and nephews that babysit and stuff. It's like 1 to 5 minutes. And then at the end of it, you sit down and you talk to them. And you're like, hey, do you know why you were in timeout? And they'll either say yes, no, or try to ignore you. And in that case, you kind of just listen to them for a minute. Tell them, like, this is what you did that was wrong. We can't do that, or we're going to be back here again. And it doesn't always work. But when you talk to the kids like they're people, they pick it up more than if you're yelling, or if you're doing things like this. So no, I don't think OP's the asshole. Discipline exists, but there's a way to do it. Not the asshole, but I'm worried about how Melissa will punish Dylan for opening up to you. Yes, thank you. People need to be more careful about how they handle learning someone is being abused. Confronting the abuser almost always results in the victim being punished worse. OP's not the asshole, but needs to learn to approach things like this more carefully in the future. I do agree. The poor kid's never gonna open up again. Yeah. An hour, this is what I was saying. An hour on his knees? As a mom myself, I'm horrified. Also, he accidentally broke something and started crying because he was scared of his mom. So no overreaction there. Giving children a timeout is okay, but not for an hour and not on his knees. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. So yeah, not the asshole on that one. Let me know what you think of each of the stories and your opinions on them in the comments below. I'm curious to see that. And yeah, I think next time what we'll do is Am I Overreacting, because those ones are pretty good. Those ones I feel like are more of a split. Because with those it's generally text messages and there's no way to avoid context because you are seeing both sides of the argument. So yeah, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one, and until then, try to broaden your taste buds. Get more flavors. Don't live off chicken fingers and mac and cheese. So, yeah. See ya.